Much for being our guest here, and congratulations for these awards that you've been handed out. I mean, still all these years later, how does it feel for you?
It really feels great, especially that I had been working hard to achieve what I have. I told myself that this is my chance. I must make use of it. And no one will stop me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I made it clear, even during apartheid time, that no one will stop me. If I see a picture and I take the picture, I want to take the picture, I will get that picture under all circumstances.
And boy, did you have some circumstances. I mean, some of the photographs that you managed to capture, you had to do it very much so undercover, whether it be hiding your camera in a loaf of bread, in a Bible, in a carton, nothing stopped you.
Well, I was not prepared to be told what to do. Those days were difficult. The only way I could fight apartheid was use my camera as my gun.
Yeah.
And I used my camera as my gun. I made it a point that I was not going to take any nonsense from nobody.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even through your life, I mean, you were also thrown into jail due to this. I mean, did that not deter you in any way? Did that not scare you into saying, listen, maybe I should hold back a bit?
Well, the 586 days in solitary confinement, I said to myself, there are people that have gone through worse things than I have. There are people rotting on Robben Island, and at least I am still in a cell, you know, where I see a bird sit on the windowsill, and when I move, the bird flies away. I say, I wish I was that bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, you were a part of some of the, and witness to some of the biggest historical events of our time, whether we talk about Sharpeville in 1960, Mandela's Rivonia trial in 1964. Do you remember these events like they were yesterday? I mean, how do you look back on them?
Well, what I do is now is I take my CDs and I watch them every night. All kinds of cities, whatever happened in this country, I watch them every night and remind myself that, boy, you're lucky you're still alive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What stands out for you for a moment where your life almost flashed before your eyes? Because, I mean, for us, when we look at photographs, we always wonder, how did that photographer get it, and how did that photographer actually escape with his life? I mean, were there moments for you like that as well in some of the images you captured?
Well, there were, yes. I was shot 17 times below my waist. 17
times?
17 times below my waist. Had it not been those children who were around there, students, toy-toying, I would not have survived.
Wow.
But they rushed me to hospital.
Sure.
And my nose was fractured in Alexander Township on the 17th of June, 1976.
Yeah.
For refusing to open my camera so that my film gets exposed.
Yeah, yeah.
This white policeman just wiped me. I fell, got up, and they said, I told you to remove that film. I took it out and I gave it to him. That was one of the worst moments, to part with images that I got that morning.
Yeah.
Because what I used to do is go around shooting. When I realize I have 5 or 4, 6 shots, I leave it with a mother. Each house, I take the numbers down. I leave my films there. When I'm through with my work, I go back, I pick them up.
Wow.
I have the highest respect for those mothers of 1976 who looked after my films, kept my history going. Yeah.
And you, I mean, just by doing that and by doing what you did, I mean, your works were published in all major magazines around the world. I mean, just to mention Time magazine, you know, and this was telling the world our story as to what was happening here. How did you manage to get these photographs to the international community?
Send them out.
Not as easy as an email those days.
No. But one had to find ways and means of doing it. You know, through the post office, send them out.
Would you post it? Would you just sort of put the film in an envelope and send it off to Time magazine? I mean, it sounds simple, but I don't imagine it was that simple.
Well, with Time magazine, it wasn't that difficult. It was easy.
Yeah.
It's the other newspapers that it wasn't easy, you know. Yeah. But I made it a point that I was not going to be dictated to. I had never been dictated to before. My editor, Tom Hopkinson, said to me, if you want to be a good photojournalist, don't allow yourself to be dictated to by no one.
Yeah.
I remember going to Pretoria, the Union Building. I was assigned to take a picture of Dr. Verwoerd. I looked around, and I said, here, it's a shoot and go. I just went straight and said, clap, and I left.
Yeah.
By the time they looked for me, I was gone.
Wow.
Because I really meant business with my camera.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, from these shots that we're seeing. Another moment in history that you were there and you documented was that march in 1956 that we all still talk about and commemorate and reminisce. But you were there. You took the pictures of Lillian Ngoyi, Helen Joseph, Sophie Williams de Bruyn, Rahima Musa. What was that like?
It was wonderful to see my grandmother's march to Pretoria, to see them fight back when the police stopped them. Wathinta bafazi, wathinta imbokodo, uzakufa westredo. I tell you, brother, those were the good old days. Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
And I was there. I'm happy, especially now that I'm sitting back and looking at my history, the South African history, up to the release of Madiba, up to the after Madiba's release.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing now? A beautiful assignment. I'm doing the sunsets.
Oh.
I'm doing that lovely lady, the sunsets.
Yeah.
I don't have to run. I just go there, watch the sunset, use my camera.
Yeah. Free to use what you love to use. You were never able to do that.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to talk to you more about sunsets because I have a fascination with sunrises and sunsets. So I would love to see what you've done. There's a photograph that we've been showing, and this photograph for me is one of the saddest, most beautiful photographs. Gosh, I know it's not that easy to pull it up, but it's a photograph easy, the one of a young white girl sitting on the bench, and behind her is obviously her helper. You know, in the days where the bench said Europeans only, and she wasn't allowed to sit on the bench with this young white girl. There you go. That's that story. This picture, this hurts. It hurts to the core. It hurts me. Talk to me about this.
This was the peak of apartheid. I was not assigned. I was going about taking pictures, whatever I see. This is what I call, you don't wait to be assigned by the editor. You take your camera, take your transport, you move around Johannesburg, wherever you think you will get pictures. When I got that picture, I realized that I have a good picture here. And I dashed back to the office. I showed my editor,
Yeah.
Tom Hopkinson. He said, this is a great picture. It's a picture that's going to last forever.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we sit in 2015.
I am now busy trying to locate this picture, the lady, the nanny, and this young girl. If I can find them,
Yeah.
And thank them for having let me take their picture, even though I did not ask for permission, and I was not going to ask for permission.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
gonna tweet it, and I'm gonna ask every other person that follows me and on the Morning Live account to help you track down these people, because I mean that's a mission that I hope you accomplish. I hope you manage to find them. It's a very powerful image. It really is.
I am looking forward to that.
To getting some responses.
That tells you the times we have been living in.
Yeah.
But you had to be brave to be able to do what you actually want to do and not be dictated to.
Yeah. You said one of the photographs, especially during that 1956 march, you called those the good old days, which worried me a little bit. What do you think of what's happening today? I mean, if you had to be taking pictures in today's day and age, what would you be feeling?
There are a few areas that I would go to and take pictures. But most of the time I realize that people are doing things because they want to do them, not because it's something to do with freedom. I was looking for my freedom. My camera gave me my freedom. I was able to show the world, ask the world, please help me get rid of this apartheid animal.
Yeah.
And my prayers were answered. Yes. My prayers were answered. There comes Madiba. And Madiba made it.
Yeah.
And he asked me to be his photographer until he becomes president. Then someone else is going to take over. And I make sure that I'm going to make use of the time that I'm with Madiba, make contacts.
Yeah. I don't want to wrap this. Everybody's telling me to stop. I don't want to stop this interview, but I have to, because obviously time constraints. But Dr. Peter Magubane, you're a legend, and we love you so much, and the work that you have done, the moments of our history you have captured. It's just unbelievable. And now I want to see your sunsets. When can we see your sunset photographs?
You call me. Just pick up the phone and
just
call
phone
me.
you.
Oh.
I'm going to phone you, and we're going to see those sunset photographs.
The sun setting.
Yeah.
The sun setting. Then I got a song by the Manhattan Brothers. La Kuchoni Langa.
I love it. I love it.
I tell you.
It's beautiful.
It's not over yet for me. It's
not
over.
It can't be.
And one most thing that I'm doing, very interesting, the Africana yesterday and today. That's another project that I'm working on.
Wonderful.
I don't need to run all the time.
Yeah.
I walk. I use my camera wisely.
So beautiful chatting to you. And today, the living legends and world-renowned photographer, Dr. Peter Magubane, and we've also been using some of the images of Omar Badshat. They'll be in conversation about their lives at a masterclass in Johannesburg. And it's really been incredible, and they both deserve the award, the 2015 SANEF Award that they both got. Dr. Magubane, thank you. Thanks for being with us, and again, thank you for that incredible work that you've done.
I thank you, and I thank the people of South Africa for letting me take their pictures without giving me permission.
Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's take a quick break here on the program. More after this.